Hi, I'm Samantha Rei and this is Cinema Tire. If you're new to my channel, let me take a minute to introduce myself. I'm a fashion designer based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My focus is wedding and special occasion garments for unconventional clients of various sizes and diverse gender presentations. I've been designing professionally for 26 years. I was on season 16 of Project Runway, wrote and illustrated a book on how to design cosplay and alternative fashion, and I've designed costumes for a couple of local stage productions. This channel reviews and analyzes costume design in TV and movies, generally science fiction, sometimes fantasy. I focus on world building through clothing. So why am I on your screen right now? Because Minnesota is your past, present, and future. Welcome to Cinema Tire. This is your future. How will you dress it? How you style yourself, your first message to people seeing you. Fashion is purposeful. Clothing is necessary. Style is language and communication. Clothing has long been used as a way to convey messages and keep ourselves and loved ones safe, both in the real world and in fiction. From maroon women braiding seeds and rice in their hair to the anti-racist checkerboard pattern of two-tone ska, using clothing, makeup, and hair to communicate has been a form of resistance and resilience. People existing in their own skin and hair has often been seen as revolutionary. This is especially true of Black women. In recent history, there have been laws passed to make people stop discriminating against us for our hair being the way it grows out of our heads. People practicing their religions, but it being okay for the religions practiced by predominantly white congregants versus the same types of modesty being seen as inherently bad because it's practiced by predominantly Black or brown adherents. All of this to say, there have always been ways to find each other, express ourselves, and be oppressed. What's happening now is just a repeat and repackaging of things we've already seen or experienced. At least if you've paid any semblance of attention to current events or in any history class in school. If you want to learn more about how clothing can be used to oppress, please watch this video we worked our butts off making last year. Honest feelings, pals. I'm angry. I'm afraid. I'm heartbroken. Our city, our state, it's been taken over by people who do not give a shit about us. We're cannon fodder. Don't they care about... No, they don't care. When people say, don't they care about, they don't care. We, Minnesotans, we aren't people to them. People on the left are not people to them. So people on the right who live here are seen as left by association, unless they have camo vests and their little masks and patches. And lastly, but they're just kids. I thought they cared about kids. I want you to look at me when I say this. We, non-white people, are not people to them. We have never been people to them. Whether or not they say it out loud, we are not people. We will never convince them of our humanity, and frankly, we shouldn't have to. But once you realize how they see us, you'll understand that they don't see our babies as humans, so they do not care. They are guilty of the crime of not being born white. They are villains at birth. So no. They don't care that babies are being ripped from their parents and that they're in custody, that they cry and hide and write little notes to their friends at school. They do not care. But my God, am I proud of my neighbors. I thought I saw people come together during the uprising in 2020, but this is how you do it. The support, the communication and compassion and love. I have friends who patrol, make deliveries, make sure these little babies are safe at school. I have friends who take donations and coordinate mutual aid. I know amazing people who are boots on the ground recording and reporting to keep not only us informed, but people outside of the state. I check in with my European friends weekly to see what they're seeing. And they're finally saying that their news outlets are picking up news from independent journalists in our area. And the only way to keep the outside informed is to keep funneling out information. So what does clothing have to do with this? As humans, we have the innate draw to pattern recognition and the need to belong to something. Add rampant consumerism, and this is also something we see with reactionary solidarity. We saw it with the pussy hats and safety pins, a message that became a way to prove your allyship with goods and services. An easy way to mark yourself as one of the good ones. But look, if you wear the thing and post a selfie on socials but do nothing, it's hollow. It's performative solidarity. If you wear the thing as a way to signal yourself as someone who isn't bad, but you don't make any meaningful gesture alongside it, it's just ally-shaped consumerism. Looking at you, Target. Your heart can be in the right place, but wearing a hat or a trinket isn't an action. What's behind the trinket? So I'm not surprised that the first thought many people with a bit of anger and nowhere to put it was, let's all wear pink coats. And many people on Black Threads were like, please don't do that. I also saw little Liam Ramos in his little blue bunny hat and thought, it's only a matter of time before somebody starts to make these. And I'm not even kidding. The day after I wrote this, I saw this. And this isn't evil or bad. I mean, people, they just don't know what to do. It's mostly just questionable energy and taste misplaced. And we're scared and want to shout. I literally want to just scream every single day. And clothing is an easy way to shout, but please know the message before you scream it into the void. I would respectfully suggest you don't wear a blue bunny hat unless his family asks you to. Stay away from Burlington. Your coat is fine. You don't need a pink one. Spend that time and money giving to mutual aid. There are people who need help, and that would be money better spent, I think. If you really want to make your voice heard through clothing, figure out what exactly you need, want, and must say. Before I start, none of these questions are an attack or a judgment. I personally have health and family issues that make being in the thick of it a hindrance or liability. So I had to come to terms with the fact that everyone has a part in a revolution, and my part is my voice, knowledge, communication, and support. It's smaller, but it's still important. Is what you're going to say better conveyed through clothing or work? Are you wearing the thing so that you get recognition for aligning with the people you want head pats from or don't want judgment from? Are you willing and able to stand behind that message? What is your garment or accessory signaling? Is that what you meant it to signal? And why? In the thick of it, the clothing worn is an unintentional message. I'm warm, I'm safe, I can focus on the protection of my neighbors. I can't think of a single person I know who went out for the general strike and thought, I want to look a certain way for social media. They were thinking, how do I not get frostbite while I'm in Arctic temperatures during a crisis? I watch a lot of science fiction, a lot of post-apocalyptic stories, a lot of dystopian stuff, and I mean, I have pretty much my whole life. I especially love doing this as an exercise in fashion forecasting for this specific channel. And if you want to delve into my really old videos, I did a long two-parter on the 100 that talks a lot about how clothing can be used for survival and as tribal signifiers. We started this channel at the beginning of COVID, and they are rough, but the info is still good. One of the reasons I think it's so important to dissect and critique media is some media does a good job of telling a story that can then be turned into a resource. There are people who are talking about looking around them and finding things to use to protect themselves. There are people who are doing the research on the best cold weather items to keep themselves warm in such a way that they don't have to focus on self-preservation. They can focus on helping the people around them. There are people who are learning how to model 3D print files to make things to help everybody around them. There are things that can be turned into makeshift armor and shields. When you watch things like Mad Max or Walking Dead or Fallout, you can look at those things and think, what would be a realistic thing to repurpose in our world and our circumstances? And that's kind of the forecasting that the designers did when putting together these wardrobes. Definitely the thought process that goes into preparing to help people in different adverse situations in the real world. Recently, I saw a phenomenal post on Threads by user Moody Tees talking about a thesis they did on non-aesthetic rebellion. They called it Real World, Get Home Safe Design. And I'm glad I got to read their post while working on this video, so I'll make sure to post that link below. And that's it, isn't it? When we leave for the day, what will our clothes say about us? What are their clothes saying about them? Why are some of them dressing like us? This isn't really a full normal video. of fashion history or costume breakdown or my hot takes on a new piece of media. I'll be honest, we were working on a review for Wicked for Good and a long video about why I didn't like Wednesday, and my producer had to just like take a break because everything here is just so overwhelming. And I'm sorry, we planned on putting out 2 videos a month this year, but neither of us expected to have our state invaded by people hell-bent on causing pain and chaos. We're exhausted, we're heartbroken, we're trying our best to keep our heads above water. But I had to do something, I had to make something. I'm spending my normal time either taking care of my toddler or making wedding dresses, because even amidst the pandemonium, people have to live their lives. I'm spending every other waking moment gathering and sharing resources and using my platform to keep people updated. If you don't have anything to fight for, then it's easier to give up. And we all have something to fight for. Enslaved people still made beautiful things and told beautiful stories. Jewish people and others victimized during World War II did joyful things. Palestinian children still laugh and play, and Sudanese parents still love and nurture. You don't have to give up the good things as penance during dark times. In a lot of ways, we live in the futures portrayed in a lot of stories. We have access to electric socks and coats. We have technologically advanced fibers for wicking away sweat. We have ways to program lights into fabric. We also know certain things still work the way they always have, like leather and wool fur-lined hoods, knit scarves. We can stay warm while they're too cocky to do so. And they want to seem scary and strong by cosplaying Call of Duty or invoke a sense of fear with Third Reich and Star Wars Empire couture. But that visual language tells us what we're up against. We have home field advantage, and it shows a lot of things. It shows just how much we can do. Our friends and neighbors went out in the cold, prepared, not once afraid of frostbite. They came home with eyelashes laced in ice, feeling reinvigorated. And the next day, when a VA ICU nurse was beaten and gunned down after helping a woman and asking if she was okay, we all cried, wiped away our tears, and suited up for our individual parts in this revolution. So I'm gonna end this short little pile of words with some encouragement. Check in on your friends. If you're able to donate, find well-vetted mutual aid organizations. I'll put a QR code here for a list of resources. Know your message and stand by it. I know one of the people in the group that dresses as handmaids, and I know that they also do direct action. Don't dress like that just to make people uncomfy. Do it because it means something. Do it to spread a message. Dress warm. Shop locally. Businesses are hurting because they're losing their employees. People are getting hurt in their neighborhoods, and folks are afraid to leave their houses. The people in inflatable animal costumes, silly, sure, but it served a purpose of protecting people from various gases and projectiles. It's a wearable with intent. I don't think anyone in our weird city full of music and art and people from all over the world thought this would start with us. But bad things always start somewhere. Unfortunately, that's the hard truth. So what do we do? We craft and make art to heal and make well thought out symbols of solidarity. We've long been a community that supports each other through art. And I want to assure you that I don't mean you can't be creative or make art. It's so important. We need it now, and we always will need creative outlets to work things through. We talk about uncomfortable things, and we listen. We don't give up. We fight, we protect, we love. And we dress for the weather. We dress for resistance. We continue to share our stories, and we continue to find solutions to problems that have been foisted on us. And we keep on. Because all we can do is try. I love you, Minnesota. I love you, Minneapolis. You're my home. You're my neighbors. And we'll make it out the other side. Hard stuff, huh? I feel weird doing things, but here we go. If you like this video, please check out my other videos. My secret power is never shutting up about anything. So I definitely have quite a few, despite the fact that we have a really sporadic upload schedule. Please like and subscribe. Comments make me so happy, and I love chatting with you. Just keep it nice, okay? Thank you so much to my patrons. You guys are so awesome, and you keep me motivated to discuss more things. I couldn't do this without you. Thanks for believing in this silly little channel. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know. Drake and I are really appreciative to all of you who have supported us since the beginning. If you're looking for more content, I'm sharing my notes over on Patreon. And if there's anything you want me to elaborate on, please ask over there. Make sure I see it. Link in the description. And until next time, keep fighting. I believe in you.